right side.
Looking for a place to go.
Oh, my man is stressing.
Oh, who's gonna get it? Kareem Haywood? Who's gonna get it?
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Sintel with the Inteller. I'm here with the beautiful Michael Claire.
Hey, Sintel.
Hey, what's up, baby? Hey, Winning Time episode 7 right around the corners. Hey, before we get started, make sure you give us those thumbs up. Get those algorithms properly massaged. Let's get started.
Thanks, HBO. You gotta do it on it this morning.
I know. I've been missing a couple of them.
Okay, here we go. Oh,
It was a polio year, and I was 6 years old, and my mother decides to teach me every card and board game known to man. Gin rummy, blackjack, poker, bridge. Eventually, we landed on Monopoly. Now, Monopoly takes strategy.
Yes, it does.
Woo, don't play with friends.
Also throws in an element of chance. So no matter how good you are at the game, the bad breaks come.
Yep.
And they knock you on you.
Speak the truth.
I feel that, though.
Dr. Bus.
I feel that.
Woo! But you have to be able to stay in it long enough.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah, for the luck to come back around.
You stay in it long enough.
What is it called? The something of the odds? The something of the odds.
Law of averages?
Something like that, yeah. I was close. Not really.
Hey, it's all right, though. We get the gist, though.
Yeah, I'm like,
Hey. We don't ever stop jamming out of that, though.
No, we don't. It's because it's just like...
It reminds me.
Who can forget? You sang it like every day for like 5 years.
When you got you fired up, you was ready. You and Vince, man, you was like, yo, we about to take over the world.
I was more like Turtle. You were Vince, I was Turtle.
No, that's how I feel about Dr. Bus, though. Bus be catching L's, but he be like, yo, we still go win, though.
Well, he does his best. That's all I know. He does his absolute best.
Yeah.
And he believes that it'll all work out. And it does.
Yeah, it does.
In one way or another, it does. Yeah.
Winning time.
I'm glad it's not called the fall of the Lakers.
Ugh, nobody want to see that.
No.
Well, that stings, Patrick. Lakers staring down the barrel of another loss. Now hanging on to first in the division by a wee thread.
Oh, but they're first, though. They were first.
Sixth foul, and he has fouled out of the game.
No, you're staying in. Coach says 6, I'm off the game.
Okay, Chunks.
Ankle. It's in the locker room. Mansburger.
Oh, it might be personal with him, huh? Yeah. Remember he said it wasn't personal?
Oh, I remember. I remember.
Oh.
Very.
All right, country. Look, go quick. 2 for 1. Yeah?
Y'all take off on the inbound, and I'll hit you on the fly.
What?
Cool? Cool? You good, coach?
No, coach is...
Word means.
But you know what,
have to
though?
put your chips on someone soon, or you can kiss the fucking season.
Yeah, I know he's standing up. Got his chest out.
I should be gone. I'm not. I'm here, and I'll be back on that sideline if it kills me again.
Ooh.
But not if you can't keep this thing together for me.
I won't let you down, Jack.
Yeah, man. Get Pat as an assistant, man. Come on, man. You got to do something. Pat's already got your back.
I'm just glad a lifetime of this shit is good for something.
I would, what do you think about if we make this something more official? This thing, you and me.
I'm a married man.
They played a hell of a game.
All the fans that came home, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, he's like, I'm coming
Gonna
for
torch that smiley ass in Boston, punk.
Wow.
You wish, motherfucker.
Yo, we want the smoke, ladies and gentlemen. We want the smoke.
Y'all doggy bag.
Oh, no, it's a big rematch. Any nerves?
Nerves? Nah, it's just another game.
Yeah,
man.
I'm sure you've heard the numbers Larry put on Philly. I mean, they're already talking MVP.
Yeah? Hey, nerd. Excuse me, fella.
Everything you paid for.
No. Fucking impossible.
Yet strangely legal. And maybe just enough
to save your ass.
Wow.
If we can keep winning.
Every single episode, it's
Yeah,
like...
but she knows her stuff.
How's your mother?
She's pretending to be asleep. Landed on my best hotel and conked right out.
A Monopoly man, huh?
Yeah. You play?
I used to when the kids were young. And then they decided to stop playing with me because I guess I can be a little competitive.
Nah, as I was saying earlier, you gotta be careful who you play Monopoly with.
Play a game? If you think you can handle it, you don't strike me as somebody who likes to lose.
Oh, the top hat never loses.
Not until he gets his ass kicked by the shoe.
Clear off the Jell-O, hot shot. You're about to taste the wrath of the top hat.
This is gonna be a good game. Be leery of the people that buy up all the railroads.
Hey, what you want, you know? Railroad, baby.
Every night out there in Cali. Why'd he send the last girl's daddy just so I would show my face? Girl, I don't need no ring. I got that man wrapped around my little finger. Okay, Cookie.
Careful now.
She's right now. I mean, I think. I don't know. I think so.
Don't sweat it, all right? Come on, he's a busybody. Don't sweat it. Anyway, God's smiling. Detroit's the pits of the league. We got these suckers.
Oh, they about to lose just because of that.
Detroit Pistons.
Last place.
Christmas miracle to mark this one a W.
Wow. Oh, that's right. The Supernova, a little bit of...
Yeah, and then they took the L. Wow.
On Christmas, in your hometown.
What that game was is a lesson in humility, showboating, fancy passes. No wonder you had all those turnovers.
Mom, you wasn't even there.
He said, Mama, you wasn't even there.
That conversation sounds familiar, the showboating.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
That's man of the hour, and
I don't
man's
trust
old
him.
man.
At all. He just...
What you doing there, brother?
He
Irvin?
just oozes slime ball.
Well, remember, they don't have a contract, remember?
No logical explanation to it either. But then you hear something, like a little giggle.
That karate shit got too many people walking up his tree right now. You'd actually be doing me a favor.
Right? Don't like Dr. Day either.
Count on it.
I like that big brother aspect, though.
I do too.
I like that.
Because he knows. He's like, that dude is not right. Dr. Day is not right.
Yeah, sure, Roger. Bye.
I see you in Boston.
So did he hire him already?
That's what I'm saying. Look, that's what he's looking at him. He's like, yo, you didn't even tell anybody?
Now answer it!
Get him, Pat.
That man is just a little...
Yeah, I knew it! I knew it! Yo, Pat Riley has entered the building, ladies and gentlemen.
He was already in the building. That man...
You can see it coming. Yeah. The intensity, all of that. Oh,
Paul is just...
Whack.
I need him to sit down somewhere and just take a nap. So nasty in there. Woo!
That says Satan is real. I don't know what this is. Larry Bird?
Yeah. See, you got a Budweiser.
Satan is real. And then Larry Bird coming in.
Oh, he's spitting.
French Lick, Indiana, ladies and gentlemen. You know my fucking name, yeah. And what's crazy is he could ball.
Oh, of course he could.
Who cares?
Larry, what's your prediction?
We're gonna win.
Larry, what do you want to say about the game?
We're gonna play the game.
Larry, you're gonna win tonight?
Yep.
Ah, come on. Any jitters?
Nope.
That don't get you going, you ain't got a pulse.
I'm gonna rip your fucking ass a new hole.
Wow.
All right, Larry. I ain't mad at Larry, though. Yo, we ain't friends. We competing. And you in my house?
It's so funny, like, the perception that I have as a previous fan.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, I'm like, oh.
Look, all the shine went to Larry, too.
Of course.
That's not invisibility.
That's greatness.
It's power.
Oh, yeah.
Cap, we need...
Yeah! You'd have thought this was a championship game, right?
It is for that interim coach.
Yeah, look where they got the coaches and the owners on. Look at the disrespect.
Something crazy.
It's a vegetable. Like your coach. Welcome to the garden.
Wait, do they mean the one in the hospital? Or the...
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. Disrespect.
Wow.
Not you.
Wow.
Disrespect.
Boston is crazy with it. Ah, look, he got the binoculars on.
Look at the dude next to his face. Look at him looking. Look at him. He would get the finger. He'd get the other bird. He'd get this bird right here.
No ring.
I heard he really did that in real life, though. Like multiple times. I've heard.
I was 13.
I've heard crazy stories about Larry Bird.
Fucking shit.
Harry.
You gotta breathe. You gotta rub the chest.
Wicked shooter, huh?
No. Larry Bird just fucking
Refs were on the bus in Bayroll.
You think?
This is the best officiating game in years. This cornbread motherfucker. But the refs call it like they see it. And what they see is good, clean fun from Boston.
No, that was not what they said.
Just a fucking game, Jerry.
Nothing but Boston boy is on fire.
Dang.
Goaltending.
Third quarter, and the Celtics have won. We're commanding lead.
I feel like I'm coaching.
Quick ball in Spencer Haywood.
Bird on his back. Bird looks like he's had just
Bird chucks the ball and Spencer throwing a tantrum. Punches are being thrown.
Look at Bus's laying.
Punches are being thrown. Look.
The benches are clear. The Celtics are absolutely out of control.
Hoodlums.
Part of the plan.
I said I was
Part of
screwing
the
your wife
plan.
last night. Rowdy here. It's okay. It's okay. You're up, coach.
Part of the plan. There are two types of people in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind? Which kind?
Those that rise under pressure.
And
those that fold.
Come on, Paul. Grow a pair. Grow a pair.
Repeat after me.
Shakespeare.
Fuck Boston.
Fuck Boston.
Fuck Boston.
Fuck Boston.
Fuck Boston. We're gonna lose this fucking game. Get out there and kick their ass.
There you go. Let's go.
He grew a pair. By one so far. Fourth quarter. Oh, 14 seconds
left.
Oh, Lord.
Right side.
Looking for a place to go.
Oh, my man is stressing.
Oh, who's going to get it? Kareem Haywood? Who's going to get it?
There's nowhere to go with it. The clock is winding down. 10 seconds.
Oh, goodness. Shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. What's happening? Is a floater? Is a floater?
Off the iron.
Oh.
No. Kareem? It's going in. Yay!
Yeah!
Lakers win.
Showtime, baby. Showtime. Who says that like? It sounds like you. Showtime.
Let's go!
The Lakers have beat
That old radio.
a heated crowd.
Showtime.
From Boston, absolutely.
I told you, everybody gets the bird up in here. It's the only bird they know about now. Yeah, silence gives you power. Yeah.
We may be looking at Rookie of the Year here, folks.
Larry, leave me the fuck alone.
Any comment on the game?
He mad, y'all.
Big man.
Unbelievable. Wherever Jack McKinney's watching, I hope he's proud of his team and proud of Paul
It's a
Westhead
bit of respect,
right
though,
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last night for the late.
He's still gonna treat him like crap, but you know, it's respect.
Big win.
Huge.
Barely.
We're not done playing yet, Jack.
Yeah!
Dr. Bus. Get on the bus.
That should inspire you to heal up.
Yeah.
Boston. Oh, man.
Okay.
All right.
They coming with it this last few.
I mean,
season.
for real.
Yeah.
For real. That man, I keep thinking, I was like, man, the last one was probably like my favorite episode.
Yeah.
The last one was probably like,
yeah.
This one might be,
This was
because
it?
this one was just like nonstop. I love the Kareem one.
Yeah,
Got a chance, really got
one
a
of my
chance
favorites.
to get to really know Kareem. But just this one was just like edge of your seat. Every single moment, it's just like, what's gonna happen?
You're right. I felt like I could feel the nervous energy. So
Right.
that was something. It brought back the nervous energy of like when you're watching the championship game
Yeah.
or your team is about to play.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what else is great too? It's like the casting too. I know we've been going back and forth with that a little bit as well. But the guy that plays Larry Bird, I mean, they had everything from like the bad skin to him walking in, spitting his, snuffing to the cup, to the Budweiser cup. And just the whole introduction as to just Boston as a whole as well is just absolutely fantastic.
Wait, when you talk about casting, I think about Paul, the coach, the interim coach right now. I can't remember his last name. I just call him Paul because that's the respect that I give Paul. But anyway, Paul, like he looks like a wounded puppy.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
And so that, like, you want to talk about casting?
It is so infuriating, right?
Like, there, Paul. Don't take your nap now. Here's some warm milk for you. Take a nap.
And another pleasant surprise on the cast was Orlando Jones playing Elgin Baylor. And I'm saying that that's a surprise because you're not gonna go out and get Orlando Jones and not use him later on. You see what I'm saying? It's like he's such a quality type of actor that it's almost a guarantee that we're gonna see him again in some way, shape, or form, which makes me a little more excited as well. I'm like, dang, I wonder what they're gonna do because at the end of this show, it's all but guaranteed per se. Dr. Bus was like, okay, we're gonna keep you on. I'm gonna gamble on you. When he handed him the shoe. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm wondering like what's going to happen with Elgin Baylor and Orlando Jones playing that particular role. All right, so let me ask you a question regarding Magic's infidelity. I guess that's the word I'm looking for, or the relationship that he has with Cookie.
Okay.
Let me just how are we feeling about that?
Well, I know they're young, right? I know she's in college and he's a professional athlete.
Yep.
I'm sure that they have a strong connection. I don't feel like I don't know, because they're not, okay, I don't feel like it's fair for him to be like, you're my girl,
right,
and then be doing other stuff.
Right.
If they were just, left it how they left it when he initially was gone, and she's like, we're not gonna be together because I know you're on the road and all this stuff, and it's not gonna work. If they had left it at that, then there's no problem with what he's doing.
Right.
But because he's like, oh, you're my girl, here's some, the tickets, even the tickets don't matter, but you're my girl means you're my girl, I'm not stepping out on you. So that part I don't like. Like, leave her alone because she's asking you point blank, what are we?
Right.
And if you want to go play out in the world, then you do that and let her be.
Yeah.
Don't lead her, string her on, and make her think that she's your only one.
Yeah. And then we had a moment where we're like, oh, there's gonna be somebody in the room, and then they had that moment, and like, well, maybe it's not, and then it comes back to reveal that it really is.
Yep.
So there's some other like underhanded kind of shady things kind of like going on, and we also saw that involved with Magic's agent, per se, his friend, who is trying to hook him up with some of these deals, and his dad's warning him, telling him like, the Oldsmobile contract may not necessarily be the right thing to do because the Buick, yeah, that's what it is. Because the product itself, it's not quality anymore. But yet he had already signed on the dotted line. So how are we feeling regarding the relationships, the other relationships that surround Magic, be it his father, his agent, and maybe, new big brother role, Kareem?
Well, here's the thing, like his dad has his best interests at heart, always. We've seen that from the very, very beginning. So I'm a little hurt in a way that he's not like including his dad in a lot of the decisions, but then on the other hand, he is a grown man. It's just you gotta listen to your dad because he's lived in the world, he has experience, so you gotta at least take his advice or at least have him in the meetings as far like for right now because this is all new to you, and just because this other guy has experience doesn't mean that he has your best interest, right? So it's good to have both in the room because you have the professional who knows like the contract side of it, and then you have your dad who has your best interest at heart. So I think that I don't trust the agent at all. And I do this because remember, they don't have a contract. They don't have anything in writing that says this is the percentage you get for making the deals. So say the Buick deal international was like for like $5 million, right? This dude could be like, well, I negotiated the contract. I set up the meeting. I did this and that. So my percentage is this. And you don't have that in writing. So, you know, you leave it up to somebody else to decide your fate. Anyway, love the mama. Love that she watches the games, but she's still kind of like, oh, you ain't, you know, you good, but I'm still your mom. And then, who else did we say? Kareem. Love Kareem as the wise sage, yes. So I love him in that role to kind of give him some advice a little bit and talk to him and have conversations, but still let him be his own person, but, you know, be like, look at this and this is what you could do and use your power for this. So I love that.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite in that scenario? Do you trust the agent and Kareem? I know you like, you know, he and Kareem. And
yeah. I definitely don't trust the agent because if he was willing to sacrifice his own daughter in order to get his own gain, then that kind of lets you know what his credibility is. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm sure he will move heaven and earth in order to get his client what they need because he seems like that type of person. But he's also going to be looking out for his best interest, probably more so than anything else. So it's a double-edged sword with that. Whereas your father, who is probably nowhere even remotely as equipped in order to handle some of these contracts and these negotiations that's going on. But his number one best interest is going to be his son. Whatever decision that he does make, be it based on, you know, expertise or not, is going to make sure that Irvin is going to be taken care of. So I like that relationship. I just don't know if that's the relationship that's going to put him in a business frame of mind that can maximize the potential of what his son can do, just simply because he's a little bit out of his wheelhouse. But then there's the relationship between him and Kareem, which is going to be growing. And I think Magic, because he's young and he is naive, he's going to need somebody to kind of like point him in the right direction from time to time. Kareem's not going to be his agent. That's not his role. His role is to be like, you know, if you need somebody to talk to regarding this whole business, you can fall back on me and I'll kind of set you straight. But I also love that relationship is made based off of an earned respect because with Magic being the rookie and having to cater to Kareem and the way that he went about it and the way he called out Kareem, and it's like, you're the captain of the ship, you know, but you know, you're not doing what needs to be done in order for you to be respected as the leader. And he called him out on that, and I think Kareem respected him for that, and also sees the potential of what Kareem can do, and also sees the potential of what Magic can do. Sorry about that. And just wants him to shine too, you know. So he's like, I'll help him out and make sure he maybe makes the right decisions.
Well, the thing too is, I don't know necessarily if it is that he wants him to shine. He just wants him to represent the culture in a certain way, right?
Okay, that's an even better way of saying that.
Because like he understands, like, oh, he's a happy person. He, you know, that's just who he is. So he's not trying to take away like the innateness of him and like who he is as a person, but he wants to make sure that he leads them in the right direction to navigate what it's like to be a black man in the culture within the NBA, right?
Okay, right.
So I like that he's making it specific to the game and using his own experiences, but kind of like adjusting it to make sure that, you know, Magic can still be his own person, but, you know, how are you not going to allow this to like completely swallow you up and steal your joy, right? So I think that kind of is why they had a conversation about why is he so happy and all this stuff when all this stuff is going on. So he's like, I respect the fact that Kareem's like, I'm not going to steal your joy, but, you know, you got to still kind of navigate, and there's going to be some things that are going to happen, and let me show you how to allow you to still be thriving and happy in yourself.
Yeah. There was also a really interesting way of looking at success in this game, and Magic has always equated success to people liking him. And Kareem showed him another aspect to it, especially in this particular situation when dealing with Boston, and that is you'll beat Larry Bird, but nobody's going to give you those props, and they'll raise him even to a higher standard. But what you will get when it comes to you and how they deal with you is silence, and that silence speaks volumes. That might as well be, you know, a standing ovation in that environment, and to understand that. And then when he got it and he's looking around and you hear all the vitriol, everybody being all angry and saying the most horrible things, and then you beat that team and all they can do is just sit there in stunned silence.
Speaks volumes. It's louder than, like you said, it's louder than applause. It's louder than an ovation, because you're like, yo, I did that. I have the power. Like you said, that's my power. I can silence everybody.
Yes. All right, so here's one more person that's still a very interesting character, and I love every time he's on the screen, and I love to hate him, and I kind of root for him at the same time, and that is Jerry West.
Oh.
It's hard to understand Jerry West because he's so intense, because he talks with his heart first before his head a lot of times, because he wants the power but not necessarily the responsibility that comes with it. Because he's always dipping his little fingers and all this, but it's coming from a good place. Maybe it's, I don't know. He's hard to figure out, but I love it when he's on screen.
Yeah, I think it's coming from a good place. I think he's been so invested in the entirety of the Lakers for so long.
Right.
Like well, just basketball, period, right? And then just in the Lakers, I think he does genuinely want the best for them. I don't think it's any of his business anymore. I think once his butt retired, he was supposed to exit stage left, but he's still there and inserting himself. But they're also allowing him to.
Right.
So I mean, they still see the value in what he's bringing as well. So, but I like how he's just so intense. Like it just, so I like it too. I do like it too. So, wait, and I notice you get a reaction too every time that Pat Riley.
I love Pat Riley. There. Yeah, because he's the dude that has greatness in him. He hasn't recognized his greatness, but that greatness is popping itself out. It's coming out in pieces. And they do these really cool transitions. We've seen, I think this is the third time they've showed it. When they showed him now, and then they show him who he's destined to become, a legendary Hall of Fame coach. And the difference in the look and how he's like, I think Brody is the actor. Adrian Brody is the actor. And we're seeing this young version of him, and he's just kind of unsure. He doesn't really have a whole lot of confidence, but he's not giving up on himself kind of thing. And then you see the steely-eyed veteran in a flash. And just in his face, it says everything. And then you see the slow transition of him coming, with him cutting off the mustache. It's one step closer. With him having to slap around the assistant coach a little bit, put him in the shower, and be like, I need you to say that this is what you want. This is what you... Right, the interim coach. And then, like, you know, there's that moment, you know, when, you know, Pat Riley's known for his hair. The one thing that he's really known for is that. And he slicks it back, and you get that moment of, like, it's here, he's here. And then it kind of, like, maybe fades out a little bit. But it's right there. And it's just cool to see that character grow from falling off the top of his roof, from cleaning off the vines, to him being disrespected on the microphone by somebody who doesn't want to give him the time of day or respects him, to him buying into an assistant coaching job that's even not necessarily even technically his. You know, to watch him go through all of that and slowly rise with each one of those steps, he's just fun to root for.
Yeah, I agree. We're seeing him develop also not only as a coach but as a person, and the type of person he is. When he had the conversation about Paul talking to Haywood, right? Having the conversation of respect, and that, you know, this is what happened. I apologize for benching you. You know, I can try not to take things personally. So for him to even have, if he could have had the conversation, he's like, yo, you have to earn the respect. You can't just expect it. These aren't college kids that you're used to, you know, working with. These are grown adults, and what kind of relationship do you want with the team? So I respect that, because I think it shows the kind of coach that he's going to become. Right. So there's little glimpses of that throughout the story that I really appreciate too, because, you know, and then him cussing out the coach, getting the technical on purpose. He's like, yo, we're going to have to force the situation, which is a lot of times you have to force the situation for somebody to either rise or fall, right? So I love the fact that he did that. One other thing, I know we're gonna wrap up, but the other thing that I loved was the Monopoly game.
Yeah.
Monopoly
ain't for everybody.
The Monopoly game between the coach in the hospital and Dr. Bus.
Yes.
And the fact that Dr. Bus lost.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there in the limo. Everybody else is talking, and Dr. Bus is in. He's like, "No, you don't understand. I don't lose in this game.
No.
I don't lose in this game."
No.
And he still beat him. He was like, "But isn't it a game of luck?" He's like, "No. You don't understand.
Strategy.
I don't lose in this."
Strategy.
Yeah, and I love that the coach is still betting on himself, even though he can't even tie his shoes.
He's struck. I mean, he can wear some slip-ons. They got Velcro back then, I think. But I mean, it's just, it's a lot. And I mean, I'm sure he knows his worth. This coach knows his worth. Yeah. He knows the value he brings to the team. He knows he can win. So he's like, yo, So I know that the body and mind are struggling and they're battling, and I'm hoping for him, rooting for him. But why give up on yourself? If you give up on yourself, then Dr. Bus is definitely going to.
Yeah. Now my man said, "Yo, I beat death to be here at this moment.
Yeah.
I need you to step up."
Right? It's like, yo, what are you doing? Like Grim Reaper was like, yo, you gotta come with it.
What are you doing?
Right?
Oh man, all right. Listen, I know we have absolutely talked your head off. It's just that this series, like the conversations we're having now compared to when the very first episode came out, has been drastically different because we just didn't really know where everything was going. But it's looking like this is absolute must-see TV. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hey, this is Centel. I'm here with the beautiful Michael Claire.
So much fun.
So much fun. Hey, if you haven't already, please hit those thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Go ahead and click the subscription because we got a whole lot more content coming. With that being said, thank you so much. I'm going to catch you on the next one.